So here we're going to start looking at the draw shot. And firstly, we need to understand what a draw is and how we actually hit it. A draw shot is something that should start to the right of the target line, draw back into the left hand side and actually finish on the target line. There's two things that create that draw. One is the swing path, the direction the club is travelling as it comes into the ball. And the next is the face angle, where is the club face actually pointing to as it comes into the ball. And that will create spin on the back of the golf ball. And if you can imagine a golf ball spinning through the air this way round, so it's turning right to left in the air, it's effectively spinning in an anti-clockwise direction. So it's turning through the air this way. A lot of people refer to this as maybe a David Beckham style of free kick. When Beckham kicks the free kicks, he kicks them with a bit of right to left on them. He kicks this side of the football, turns the ball from right to left in the air, and that will put spin on the ball. And that's effectively the same thing we're trying to achieve with the golf swing. Now, the club's going to have to come from the inside and travel to the outside this way, and that will provide a majority of the starting direction on the ball. The angle of the club face will provide a majority of the finishing direction of the golf ball. So if we can swing out to the right, but point the club where we want the ball to go, we've got a good chance of hitting the ball straight with a draw shape. There's two options really. We play an easy draw, or we play what I would call a purist draw, slightly more difficult to master, but maybe a little bit more controllable, and that's what the better players would generally do. But you can have a go at both ideas and just see which one suits and fits for yourself best. So first we're going to look at a fairly rudimentary type of draw shot, swinging the club out to the right, facing the face back into the centre line so we get that draw shape on it. Now the club I've laid on the ground here is effectively where my target line would normally be, where I'd want the ball to finish, but I'm looking to shape it from right to left. So I'm actually going to go ahead and set myself up, pointing well down the right hand side. When I'm setting up, I've got my feet offline, I've got my knees, my hips and my shoulders all effectively in a closed position, what we'd call a square or closed position as we are here. Now I'm going to go ahead and set the club up where I want the ball to finish. So I'm going to point the club parallel to this line on the ground. So the club face points at the target, I point well out to the right. Now if I could encourage myself to now go ahead and make a swing along the line of my feet, the ball's going to start off on the foot line, but it's going to turn on the spin of the ball towards its finishing direction, which is effectively where the club face was aiming. So I should be able to set the club up at the target, point my feet well out right, and go ahead and hit this one with a big draw. And that one's come all the way back round and has finished right on the target light, right on the green in the distance there. So the ball's set off over the banners on the right hand side, put a lot of shape on it. It's gone quite a long way for the club I was using and maybe a little bit lower than I would have expected. But when you turn the club face in, you effectively de-loft the golf club. You take loft off it, and therefore it will run further with that particular shape. So that's quite a basic, rudimentary type of draw shot, but it worked quite nicely to either draw it against the wind or around the trees or whatever we talked about before, why you would need that draw shot. That's a great way of playing it there.